on, guys? It's Kermit here, back with another video, and as you can see, we are still back in my basement. Lighting issues. Anyways, what do I want to talk about today? Well, I want to talk about Demon Slayer. Now, it's been a while since I've done an anime discussion, so I figured now is the perfect time as the end of Demon Slayer, or at least Season 2, is coming to a conclusion. Now, with one episode remaining, tons of people have formed their opinions on the hashira, the sound hashira that is present in the entertainment district arc. And who am I talking about? I'm talking about Tengen Uzui. Now, he is the sound hashira, and let's get the bases out of the way. As stated in the manga or wherever, he has 5 forms of his sound breathing technique, but we only really see 3. He uses two Nichiren blades, whatever the hell you want to call them, swords, katanas, whatever the hell. I'm going to just call them dual swords for the sake of this video. So his 2 swords, they're bound by a chain together, which, yeah, that's like the very basis of what he is. So many people regard him as one of the weakest hashira. Now, I find this a lot of bullshit, okay? And before I continue on about this situation, I'm going to just say right now, there will be spoilers ahead for upcoming things in the manga that maybe anime-only watchers don't know about, which I know about, even though I'm an anime-only watcher, because I'm a fucking nerd and I look online about this stuff. Anyways, alright, as the show goes on, Tanjiro's scar on his forehead, whatever mark, is the Demon Slayer mark, basically. And it basically goes around to all the other hashira, basically. And, you know, it kind of buffs them up. But many people are missing out on the fact that Tengen doesn't get this, because at the end of the Entertainment District arc, he survives and retires from being a Demon Slayer. So therefore, he never gets his mark. And this is what many people are comparing him to. They're comparing him, pre-mark Tengen, to marked Demon Slayers, such as Gyome or fucking, what's his name? Saname, Giyu. They're comparing a non-marked one to all these marked Demon Slayers. That's just not fair, because the Demon Slayer gives basically a cover. Okay, hit my head into the wall. I can think now. Basically, a blanket basis, a base upgrade. It gives them higher speed, higher attack. It's basically just buffing up all their stats. Now, before all of this, and before Tengen retired, even when Rengoku was alive, he was the fastest hashira, and the second strongest, only coming to the likes of Gyome. He's a fucking monster. Have you seen that man? He's a mountain. Okay? So, I will say this without a doubt. There are some Demon Slayers who are just already stronger than Tengen. I will definitely admit that. But I think it's unfair to call him the second weakest. Because, okay, now this might get controversial on you all, but I'm going to talk about Rengoku versus Akaza. Whatever you want to call him. Upper Moon 3. I'll just call him that, 3rd. I'll call him 3rd for the sake of the video. So, Rengoku versus 3rd. It goes like the whole night. But what many don't know is that 3rd was literally fucking with him. He wasn't sweating his ass off at all. The only reason he lost, I guess, is because the sun came up. And as the manga goes on, we learn that 3rd enjoys fight. Well, we know he loves fighting. And he wanted Rengoku to live. He wanted him to become a demon. He did not want to kill him, okay? That's what many people are missing out on. They're missing on the fact that 3rd wanted him to live. He wanted him to live and become a demon. And even then, he was still pestering for him to become a demon when he basically was at the end of his fucking almost lost. Like, it just doesn't make sense. If he wanted to, he seriously could have killed him in a matter of seconds. He didn't even use his stronger techniques that we see later on in the manga used against Giyu and Tanjiro. Now, on top of that, now let's go back to Tengen versus Upper Moon 6, Gyutaro and Daki. As stated in his first encounter with the true Upper Moon 6 holder, he had the intent to kill, he deflected and blocked it, and on top of that, that was already a massive debuff to who Tengen's strength really is, because as you can see, he get like that slash he gets on his forehead, whatever. That already poisons him, and thus he's already massively debuffed to what he really is. And on top of that, as the fight goes on, he is still keeping up with Yutaro and Daki throughout the whole thing. Yet many people call him weak. This motherfucker was poisoned, on top of protecting 3 Demon Slayers that couldn't hold their own against Yutaro. Sure, Tanjiro fended him off for a minute, but that's only because Yutaro was basically fucking with him just like a third did. I'm still gonna call him third because I cannot say Akaza. Akaza. I can't say it. Anyways, yeah, like, there's no comparison. Tengen, obviously, with his... Okay. I have a thought and it's not coming out properly. What I want to say is Tengen is probably one of the smarter Demon Slayers we've seen. This dude is utilizing a lot of skills that others don't. And his sound hearing is really fucking useful. He has really good sound, much better than Zenitsu. He heard throughout the whole building no one was in there, and so he took advantage of that. He uses explosive shinobi grenades laced with wisteria poison. You know, he has his wives who help him out. And yes, I will consider them a part of his character because they help him fight. Okay? But Rengoku, what does he have? He has 9 forms of his breathing technique. That's it. He has no fucking brain. He has no real game plan. He just flame breathing and then fucking slash. Okay? There's no real technique with his fighting style. Meanwhile, Tengen, he's analyzed how to defeat Upper Moon 6, the both of them, in a matter of seconds, and he has his musical score technique, which basically, in short, he turns their attacks into musical notes, and then it helps them deflect them. He did that after he got his hand chopped off, and after he used his muscles to stop his heart. Deflect the attention from him so he can come back later and surprise him. He has fucking battle tactics. If Rengoku had any of those, I guarantee you he had more potential. He could have pushed third to bigger limits than he did. Now, where would I say Tengen places among them all, among the 9 Hashira? I would at least give him 5th, at the very least. Because others just don't have his IQ, or better yet, they don't have his poison resistance. Because let's put this into the standpoint that everyone's getting at. Rengoku could not fight Upper Moon 6. He does not have the poison resistance that Tengen has. But Tengen couldn't fight not going to say the name, third. He couldn't fight third on his own. Just like Rengoku. It's a back and forth argument that really shouldn't be fucking debated. These are 2 different demons with very different fighting techniques. So, I feel like I'm kind of controversial, or shooting myself in the toe by saying that this shouldn't be compared after I make a whole video comparing the 2. But what I want to get at is that we shouldn't compare the 2 of them. They are not comparable because they don't have feats that truly stand against each other that we can have a parallel, like, you know, there's no true way to compare the 2. And if we want to go into like legitimate statistics and shit, okay, then Shinobu and Tengen are some of the strongest because Shinobu has the fastest attack speed and Tengen has the fastest running speed. And he's the 2nd strongest, so doesn't that make him one of the stronger Demon Slayers? As many people stand. You know, it's just very back and forth between points that really don't add up to each other. Because, you know, like I said, Rengoku couldn't defeat Upper Moon 6. Not at all. I don't think he would. He doesn't have the poison resistance to really help him out, or the IQ to deflect their shit long enough to, you know, stall to where they can defeat him. And I don't think Uzui or Tengen can take on Upper Moon 3 because just he overpowers them, you know? This is something that we shouldn't really talk about, but instead we should, you know, give more credit because everyone shits on Tengen for being weak. No, that's just not true. Man's literally poisoned. He lost a fucking arm and he still kept up with them. What is this? Why is he so weak when he lost an arm? is poisoned to nearly death, but oh, Tanjiro gets a sickle in his mouth, and then all of a sudden he's like on his knees begging for goddamn mercy. It doesn't add up, you know? Anyways, and summarize everything I've said. Tengen is not the second weakest, not at all. Pre-mark Tengen or pre-mark Demon Slayers in the current timeline in Demon Slayer, Tengen is definitely not second weakest. He is way stronger than that. Not like these top three like Gyome and Saname. Like he's not on their level. I will admit that he's not that strong, but he's a lot stronger than people give him credit for. And also, you Rengoku tards, fuck you all. You are stupid as fuck for thinking he's really all this high and mighty shit that you have raised him up to be. Anyways, thank you for watching this video. If it's controversial, go fuck yourself. And that's kind of the point of this video. I wanted to make something that I think you all would enjoy watching me be controversial about. Anyways, goodbye.